Alright, against the odds time, playing some Mechanized Production in Standard, and this hand's okay. Wish we had white mana, but it's alright. We have plenty of Fumigate. That's the opposite of white mana. Well, we can get some clues to draw more mana. Opponent looks like they're on Teamer or something. All the scrutinies. We are scrutinizing. Opponent passes. White mana, please. Confirm suspicions. You kind of want our opponent to play a creature just so we can get a clue. Opponent passes. Yikes. I guess we discard Fumigate. We're actually more mana screwed than our opponent somehow. Another island. Alright, pass the turn. Oath of Nissa. Goes digging. Gets a Servant of the Conduit. Plays it. Well, 1-2. Jace's Scrutiny. Get a clue. 1-2. Sack a clue. Another confirmed suspicions that we can't cast yet. Alright, pass turn. Now, play Inspiring Statuary. That's a pretty good draw. Lets us do stuff starting next turn, hopefully. Assuming we're still alive. There's Saheeli. Yup. We are in trouble at the moment. Takes up Saheeli. So we could be dead as soon as next turn. Well, let's Jace's Scrutiny. No white mana still. Alright, pass the turn. Hope we can keep living thanks to confirmed suspicions. If our opponent has a counter, though. Takes up Saheeli. Down to 18. Plays a land. There's the Guardian. Well, let's see if they got a counter. Alright, no counter. So we live to fight another day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, maybe we just combo kill our opponent. Make a clue. Fumigate that we can't cast. Well, the old 4-land Awaken a Part the Water Veil. Hit our opponent. Come on, land. Statuary. Well, let's do it again. 3-land Awaken a Part the Water Veil. Hit our opponent. Oh, Inspiring Statuary is the nuts. This deck is the nuts. Oh my goodness, we were so mana screwed. Oh my god. Oh, this deck is too much fun. This is like, oh man, Inspiring Statuary is like my new favorite card. So bring in Authority of the Consuls to shut down the combo. This deck. Oh, lordy. Maybe we just go down 1 Fumigate. Try it like that. Oh, okay. Oh, dear deck. I think we gotta ship this one. I don't really want to be mana screwed again. Alright, this is sorta better. Meandering River, we'll keep on top. It's working towards our confirmed suspicion. Evolving Wilds for opponent cracks it. So this is a 4-color Saheeli deck by the looks. Let's just Meandering River. Go. Inspiring Vantage for our opponent, and Servant of the Conduit. Well, let's press for answers. Keep our opponent off mana. Get a clue. Prophetic Prism draws our opponent a card. Oh, and no land? Well, we might keep pressing for answers then. There's a Part the Water Veil. Press for answers. Port Town, tapped. Pass the turn. Another Servant. Yup. Another Part the Water Veil. I'll play the land, pass the turn. Probably gonna have to start sacking clues. Opponent finds a land. Saheeli. Well, let's sack a clue. See what we draw. Port Town is the worst one we could draw. Alright. There's Saheeli. Port Town does not let us confirm suspicions next turn. And our opponent could have a Dispel or something. Leaves the card on top. I think we need to sack another clue here, unfortunately. Meandering River, also a tap land. Mechanized Production has no targets. Well, Meandering River go, and I'm guessing we're dead. We just didn't draw much of anything there off our clues. Aether Hub for our opponent. Copies a Servant of the Conduit. Yup. Plays Felidar Guardian, and we scoop it up. Too many tap lands for us. No Inspiring Statuary. Yeah, let's just run it back. I think we're fine. I think we just kind of got a clunky draw. Not insane, but we get turn 1 Authority of the Consuls, so we don't got to worry about getting combo killed. At least until I get rid of it. So, Port Town, reveal an island, play Authority of the Consuls, pass turn. Forest for our opponent, and attune with the Aether. Bit of mana fixing. Gets an island, passes. Ooh, there's Statuary. Well, play an island, pass the turn. Oath of Nissa, gonna do some digging. Finds Inspiring Vantage. Opponent passes. Let's play an island and get our Statuary down there. Pass the turn. If our opponent gets exactly Saheeli Rai right here, it's kind of annoying. That is exactly Saheeli Rai right here. Takes it up, does some scrying. That is annoying for us. Prairie Stream, go. We don't even have any creatures to scrutinize or press for answers. Luckily, the ultimate is not very scary. I mean, I guess it's still a little scary. They get like Prophetic Prism and Panharmonicon and stuff. Nahiri, the Harbinger, well, let's counter that. Can't let that live. Opponent passes. The fact that our opponent does not have creatures is actually making our life much more difficult. Ether Hub for our opponent. Takes up Saheeli, getting close to ultimating, and we can't really stop it. Well, what's our opponent have? Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah, we're probably done for now. Deck normally does not play Nahiri in the main deck. It usually plays 2 in the sideboard, but we draw an island. Not helpful. Pass the turn. And now we're back to probably being dead. Opponent takes up Saheeli to the point of ultimating. Yeah, the fact that no one played a creature and our opponent just drew all planeswalkers is actually super bad for us. Pass the turn. This is a little ridiculous. We also did not draw a creature. Opponent takes up Saheeli. Takes up Nahiri. Yeah, this is very awkward. Passes. Fumigate, not looking good here. What an awkward draw this is for our opponent. Gets a Cloud Blazer to draw a card. Now, let's Jace's Scrutiny it. Get a clue. Opponent's going to copy the Cloud Blazer, draw some more cards. We gain some more life. Plays an Aether Hub. Servant of the Conduit, sure. Gains us a life. Well, let's 1-2 Jace's Scrutiny, the Servant of the Conduit. Get another clue. Yup. Opponent's got a discard. Well, we get another Jace's Scrutiny. Well, let's press for answers, the Servant of the Conduit. Get another clue, and pass the turn. Well, let's see what happens. Are we dead? Apparently not yet. Takes up Saheeli. Takes up Nahiri. This is not playing out at all like I would have expected. Tap land for our opponent. They gotta at least play Cloud Blazer, right? Plays a Servant of the Conduit. Sure, we gain a life. Well, let's sack a clue. It's a Port Town. And then Jace's Scrutiny to make a clue. Another Jace's Scrutiny. I'll play Port Town. And I think we just gotta pass the turn. Hope we keep living. Not feeling good about it, though. We have a counter. The problem is if our opponent has counter backup, then we're going to lose even with the counter. Well, I guess we're not dead. They just tick up Saheeli. Because they can always tick down Nahiri to get rid of our Inspiring Statuary. Or, I mean, Authority of the Consuls. Takes up Nahiri. Plays a Jace. Well, we gotta confirm suspicions here. Opponent has their Dispel. Uses their Dispel. Well, let's see what we draw into. Well, let's Jace's Scrutiny, make a clue, and sack a clue. There's Mechanized Production. Little slow, though. Get an island. Play the island. I guess we Awaken, apart the Water Veil. Oh, this deck is very different. Okay, so apparently this is just not the deck I thought it was. Alright, pass the turn. Opponent takes up Saheeli. Exiles our Inspiring Statuary. Takes up Jace. Plays a land. Yeah, this is not at all what I thought we were playing against. Opponent passes. Well, let's Fumigate. Opponent cracks Evolving Wilds. Wow. Okay. Pass the turn. We probably should just scoop here. Takes up Nahiri. Takes up Jace. Well, the first game was sweet, and then we just kind of misread this matchup. It is not at all what we thought it was. Opponent gets in with their 2/2s. Rogue Refiner for our opponent. Well, sack a clue. Land that doesn't do anything, and a plains. Alright, I'm going to scoop it up. Well, the first game was sweet, and then I don't know what happened. We just kind of got, I don't know. Alright, against the odds time, playing some Mulligan to 6, Stride to the bottom, in Standard. Actually, Mechanized Production. Forest for our opponent. Well, Port Town, tapped. Pass the turn. Well, if we can get our Inspiring Statuary down, this hand could be pretty sweet. Green, white, by the looks. Land? Oh, Mechanized Production too, we're so close! Land, go. Do we get a land? We do not. Alright, Thraben, Inspector, not what we were hoping for. And pass turn. We could still get there if we get our Inspiring Statuary down. Gideon is still super bad for us. Plays a land, and passes land. Alright, so we have to crack our clue, unfortunately. Land? Anti-land. Well, this is not working out. We were so close to having the nut draw, and now we have nothing. There's a Huron's Grace champion to eat our Thraben Inspector. This is super bad. Opponent blocks. You got us. Well, pass the turn. Discard Gontia's Aetherheart. Another land for our opponent. Thalia's Lancers. Sigarda, Huron's Grace. Opponent gets in for 3, down to 17. I mean, what we got to do is get to this Fumigate, and we should be in good shape. Opponent passes. There's a land. This might just be too little too late, though. So, play Inspiring Statuary, pass the turn. Opponent gets in for 7. Alright, Huron's Grace champion pumps up the dorks. Well, I think we're okay, though. So we take a big hit. Opponent goes up to 35, not really relevant, and passes. Press for answers on Thalia's Lancers. Get a clue. Play Port Town tapped. And pass the turn. We might be alright now. Hopefully our opponent just plays out their last big threat here. Opponent goes to combat. Swings with the crew. Okay. I think we gotta take it because of Blossoming Defense. Alright, well this works. So, Jace's Scrutiny. Take 4. Get another clue. We get an island. Well, we're kinda back in the game after a super slow start. Blow up the world, go back to 8. And pass the turn. We're a land away from awakening apart the Water Veil. Opponent plays a land. There's the Sigarda. I think we're not going to crack a clue, just because if we untap land, part the Water Veil Awoken is so good. Confirm suspicions. Let's 1, 2. I don't think we're going to die here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mechanized Production, a clue. Mechanized Production, a clue. Pass the turn. Alright, Hamlet Captain does not kill us. Makes a 1-1. This is going to put us in a position where we're dead next turn. Alright, makes a 1-1. Does not attack. Alright. Well, maybe we're not dead next turn. Get a clue. Can we just combo kill and win after this super slow start? Get 2 clues. Another Mechanized Production. Awaken apart the Water Veil. Tapping our artifacts. Not bad for 5 lands. We might as well attack here. I expect no blocks, but we might as well get in some damage. We're still gonna... Oh, our opponent blocks. I think we're still gonna need to draw something. Alright, let's see what we draw. Come on, something good. We get a clue. We get a clue. Metallic Rebuke. So we block and take 6, and we have 2 counters. Alright, I think we got it. I think we got it. Pass the turn. We should be able to block, counter something, and live, because we technically can confirm suspicions and Metallic Rebuke. Sigarda's Aid. Okay. Only 2 cards in our opponent's hand. Angelic Gift. Other humans get +1/+1. So we still only take 6? Okay. Sure. Plays a land. Last card. Hamlet Captain. Alright, so this we confirm suspicions. 3 more clues, and I think that does it. All this with only a tiny handful of lands. 4 lands, and we're awakening part the Water Veils. Confirm suspicions. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we block here on the human token. Take 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we got more than enough clues. Mechanized Production. Sure, you got 39 life, opponent. We got Mechanized Production and a board full of clues, and that does it. Woo! This deck. Oh, it's so sweet when it works. Alright, Fumigate comes in. Fumigate seems pretty good. And Vala also seems relevant. I think we go down with Gontia's Aetherheart. Gontia's Aetherheart has been kind of hit or miss. In Tamio's Journal. Otherwise, just run it like this, I believe. And yeah, this ends good. Now let's just Port Town, tapped, pass the turn. Oh man, this deck is so sweet. There's a forest for our opponent. There's a Hamlet Captain. Sure. And passes. Island go. Another Fumigate's nice. Pass the turn. We might just scrutinize this Hamlet Captain. Get a clue on the battlefield. We can't do anything else this turn. Yeah, let's scrutiny. Get a clue. Trim down the Hamlet Captain. Opponent passes. So play the island. Let's just wait 1 more turn. Next turn we can Inspiring Statuary and leave up Metallic Rebuke. And I don't think we need to Wrath yet, so. Another forest for our opponent. Awkward lands. Gets in for 2. Down to 18. Opponent passes. We get another Metallic Rebuke. Well, play the Prairie Stream, play Statuary, leave up 1 mana leak, thanks to our clue, and pass turn. Opponent's going to try to kill it, so let's just 1 mana leak. Metallic Rebuke. So powerful. That is an expensive artifact destruction spell. 4 mana is a ton. Gets in with the Hamlet Captain. Their all green draw is probably not what they want. Yep, down to 16. We can't even really fumigate yet. Play the Plains, pass the turn. Opponent gets in with the Hamlet Captain. Down to 14. Well, let's crack our clue. Alright. Play the Prairie Stream. Press for answers. Actually, we should probably tap our Inspiring Statuary. Gives us another clue. And pass turn. Opponent not finding their lands. Well, it's kind of making it easier on us, but they had their lands last game and we still won. Another Statuary. Port Town. Well, play Statuary. Play Port Town. Tapped. Ship the turn. We are clueless at the moment. Confirm Suspicions would be awesome here. There's the white mana. Do the floodgates open? Sigarda, Huron's Grace. Yeah, we might just Wrath next turn, since we don't have anything else going on. Gets in. 4-2. Down to 12. There's Mechanized Production. We just need a clue. Now I wish I hadn't sacked the clues. Well, let's Fumigate. I guess we could Mechanized Production a Statuary, but clues are so much better. Alright, let's pass the turn. What's the follow-up? Thalia, yep. We basically just want any clue maker. That is a good one. That's a very good one. Well, we will confirm Suspicions, essentially anything, just to get the clues out there. Yes, we will do that. So, confirm Suspicions, the Odric, get 3 clues, and we might sack a couple of them. Opponent gets in for 3, we're down to 11. So, sack a clue. Whoo, another confirmed Suspicions. Sack another clue. Things are shaping up. We actually might not be that far away. There's a Plains. Well, let's Mechanize Production, our clue, and pass turn. So now we can confirm Suspicions and Metallic Rebuke this turn. Another land for our opponent. Faith Unbroken. Alright, pumps it up. We'll just Fumigate next turn. Opponent gets in. 4-5. Yup. We're down to 6. We Mechanize a clue. Play Prairie Stream. Fumigate off of our improvised mana. And pass turn. So 2 clues, 3 clues, 6 clues. We're still like maybe 3 turns away. Yeah, I kind of want clues. So let's confirm Suspicions to get the clues. Up to 5. I think we're going to sack one though. So sack a clue. Another Statuary. Get a clue. And there's Thraben Inspector. Play Thraben Inspector. Get another clue. Play Statuary number 2. Well, now we might just stall for 2 turns. We have 6 clues. We need 8. So I guess we can just do that. No sacking of clues. Up to 7. The countdown is on. Alright. Press for answers. Doesn't matter here. Pass the turn. If our opponent can't disrupt us, we will have the Mechanized Production win next turn on our clues. This deck is so awesome. Opponent plays a Sigarda. Yup. That does not, this does not target. We win the game. It doesn't target our opponent. We get a clue, and that does it! Mechanized Production! Oh man, this deck is fun. This deck is so sweet. Whoo, yes! Alright, against the odds time, Mechanized Production in Standard. We do have a quick clue token, though, and a Mechanized Production. Well, an even quicker clue token. And we can always crack clues to find more lands if we have to. Blue-black. Probably a control deck. Counterban Kingpin. Well, there's an island, and pass the turn. I have no idea what our opponent's up to. Okay. Implement of Combustion. So this might be a combo deck. Opponent passes. Well, let's crack our clue. Another Thraben Inspector, and depart the Water Veil. We'll play Thraben Inspector, get a clue, play an island, pass the turn. Well, our goal, another Counterban Kingpin. Oh, I would love to just pass and draw land and get a Mechanized Production down. Alright, play the tap land, pass the turn. Another land for our opponent. Tezzeret's Touch. Huh. interesting. We actually can't do much about that. Opponent. Well, let's Jace's Scrutiny, save some damage, and just block it. Well, could do lots of things, but we're just going to get our Mechanized Production down. Now we just kind of want to get to a position where we can cast two Part the Water Veils in a row. That would be pretty awesome. Opponent goes attacking. Well, let's chump. Opponent passes. We get a clue. Now let's sack a clue. We really need to find a land. No land. Play Thraben Inspector. Get a clue. And pass the turn. Not good at finding lands here. And our opponent definitely could have counters. Goes attacking. Well, we'll take 5 for now. Down to 15. And glimmers. Alright, well, we have a window for something. What that something is, not 100% sure yet. Choked Estuary, tapped. Get another clue. Yeah, let's deal with the threat. Quarantine Field, X1. Get rid of Implement. And pass the turn. Up to 4 clues. Still stuck on lands. We're getting to the point, though, where, like, land confirmed suspicion just wins us the game. Ooh, Tezzeret. Makes a Ethereum Cell. Gets a couple scries. And passes. We get a clue. There's the land. We'll play the land, pass the turn, and we kind of have a way to maybe backdoor into this win. We have 5 clues. Confirmed suspicion makes 3 clues. We just need our opponent to really tap out. Another Tezzeret's Touch. Yeah, let's go for it. No counter! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's 8 clues, boys and girls. Can they get rid of our Mechanized Production or our clue? Oh, they can. Alright, our opponent lives to fight another day. Makes another cell. Well, they're going to need another one. I guess we should have waited. I don't know. Passes. Confirm suspicions. Tamiyo's Journal. Pass the turn. Opponent cashes in the Tezzeret. Gets a 5/5. So we got to chump that. Attacks with everything. So chump and block. Alright, opponent's tapping down. Herald of Anguish. Alright, can we win? I think maybe. So let's Tamiyo's Journal. Sack 3 clues. I think we get a combo kill here with Inspiring Statuary. Get Inspiring Statuary. We will discard a Confirmed Suspicions. We get a clue. Play Inspiring Statuary. Cast apart the Water Veil. No Awaken. We don't have the mana for it. Get an extra turn. No attacks. We get a clue. Up to 6. So let's Awaken apart the Water Veil. Attack with our planes. We get an extra turn. And then Jace's Scrutiny something to get another clue. We get a clue. Play Prairie Stream. Mechanized Production on a clue. Sack 3 clues, especially the tapped ones. Get a Part the Water Veil. Part the Water Veil. Can we Awaken? Oh, we're going to win this game in multiple ways. This is so sweet! Oh, lordy, lordy! Makes it a 12/12. Attack. Opponent has to block. Whoa! The combo kill. And our opponent scoops it up. Whoa! Well, we also could have waited for Mechanized Production, but yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow, that was so sweet. Oh, this deck is absurd. Like, we don't win every time, but what it does, its stuff is just so crazy. Quarantine Field seems relevant, and then more counters, but how do we make them fit? We can go down Ganti's Aether Heart, a couple of Press for Answers for a Negate and a Metallic Rebuke, and try it like that. Alright. Island for our opponent, and passes. Well, Meandering River, go. Swamp for our opponent, and there's the Kingpin. Port Town, Reveal Island, pass turn. Choked Estuary, untapped. Prophetic Prism, yeah, that's fine. Opponent scries and draws to the bottom, and gets in 4/1. Play the land, play Thraben Inspector, and pass turn. Good blocker here, actually. Alright, that's not part of our plans. So we will negate Tezzeret. Opponent passes. Well, I guess we gotta pass the turn. Opponent passes. Well, sack our clue. Jace's Scrutiny. Port Town tapped. And pass turn. Don't have a way to... Well, I guess Quarantine Field deals with Herald of Anguish. Opponent passes. Well, let's get a clue. Another quarantine field. I really don't think we should tap out. Let's sack the clue. Looking for land. Please? Alright, there's a plains. Pass the turn. Ether hub for our opponent. Transgress the mind. Fair enough. Has many targets. Goes with the Tamio's Journal. Okay. Only 3 cards left in hand. And passes. We get a tap land and pass the turn. There's Herald of Anguish. Well, I guess it's going to be quarantine field time. Let's get rid of a Part the Water Veil. Oh, well that works too. Actually, let's just quarantine field X1. I think this is fine. Quarantine field X1. Get rid of Herald. Pass the turn. This lets us leave up Negate. Tezzeret's Touch. Well, I think that's a worthy negate target. Lets our opponent get down a literal Tezzeret. Makes one of the Ethereum cells. And passes. Alright, so quarantine field, X2, get Tezzeret and the Kingpin. And we might as well get in for one. Start the 3-bin Inspector Beats, pass turn. Glimmer of Genius for our opponent. And what? Plays a Swamp, 3 cards in hand. Mental Spinner's Puzzle Knot, draws a card. And passes. Well, let's get in with 3-bin Inspector. Jace's Scrutiny, get a clue. And Mechanized Production, hope for the best. Alright, opponent counters it. Yep, can't do anything about that. Pass turn. Could use an Inspiring Statuary. Cracks a Puzzle Knot, down to 17, draws a card. Plays Spire of Industry, only 3 cards left in hand, and opponent passes. We get another quarantine field. Well, get in for one. And try again with Mechanized Production. Another Metallic Rebuke. That is getting annoying. Another land for our opponent. Well, let's crack our clue. Island and island. Play an island, get in for one. His hand is not looking too great. Prophetic Prism draws our opponent a card. And there's Counterman Kingpin. Now play the island and pass the turn. Another Herald of Anguish. Well, let's make a clue. Sack the clue. Oh, there's Statuary too. Well, I think we gotta discard Statuary for now, unfortunately. Fumigate, get rid of the board. And pass the turn. Confirm Suspicions will be sweet if nothing horrible happens this turn. Opponent passes. There's Mechanized Production. We'll pass the turn. Another Tezzeret. Well, let's see if our opponent has more counters. We have Confirmed Suspicions. Ooh, Resolves. We get some clues. Alright, things are looking up. Adds a mana. Release the Gremlins, going after our clues. Oh, we get to sack one. Prairie Stream. Oh my goodness, release the Gremlins. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, well, Thraben Inspector makes a clue. Mechanized Production on the clue. Prairie Stream and pass the turn. Opponent's down to 2 cards in hand. Opponent gets in with their Artless Gremlins. Down to 16. Counterbend Kingpin and passes. Now play another Thraben Inspector. Get another clue. And let's wait one more turn. See what our opponent can do. Choked Estuary, tapped. Goes attacking with everything. Well, let's double block a Gremlin. And we might as well sack a clue here. Island. And I'll sack the other one too. Part the Water Veil. We're getting kind of close to the natural combo kill. We just need counters, I think. Island. Well, let's Quarantine Field X2. Get rid of the 2 Gremlins. Play an island, pass the turn. So next turn might be it. We get to sack a clue looking for a counter. Then we might just start firing off Part the Water Veils. Either hub for our opponent. Well, sack our clue. Press for answers. We get a clue. Meandering River. Well, let's press for answers the Counterband Kingpin. I think we can wait one more turn now. Get in for 1. Crack a clue. Play Meandering River and pass turn. Would really just like to find a counter first, or our opponent to tap out. Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot gets our opponent a card, gets a scry. Cracks the Puzzle Knot, down to 13. Plays a land, 3 cards in hand. Come on, just tap out, opponent. Opponent passes. Well, sack our clue. Another land. Get a clue. Another land. Well, I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? Play Prairie Stream. I guess we just go for it. We can pay for Metallic Rebuke. Alright, it resolves. We attack with both. Does this do it? Is our opponent out of answers? Unlicensed Disintegration. Alright. Takes down our land. We drop to 8. Well, let's crack a clue. There's confirmed suspicions. Get a clue. Plains. Oh, play Prairie Stream. Do it again. Awaken a meandering river. Attack with both. Opponent takes it. Well, let's sack a clue. Just do it, and our opponent scoops it up. Woo! Man, this deck is so sweet. Like, I don't know if it's insane or anything, but oh, it works so well. All right, against the odds time, playing some Mechanized Production in Standard, and this sounds pretty good. Prairie Stream, go. So we have our Inspiring Statuary. We just need some ways to make some clues to really do crazy things. Plains for our opponent. Thraben Inspector. Now, Prairie Stream, go. Come on, clues. There's an island. Opponent gets in 4-1. Alright, that's a clue generator. So let's get our statuary out. Sacks the clue. Alright. I was a little worried there's a counter. This is Blake from Wizards, does the daily update that we're playing against. And I know he's a huge blue-white Panharmonicon supporter, so that very well could be the deck that he's on. Let's play Thraben Inspector. And pass the turn. Plains for our opponent. Aetherflux Reservoir. And let's Metallic Rebuke. Can't really let that resolve. That's got to do bad things for us. That's not a Panharmonicon, though. Opponent passes. Let's crack our clue. See if we can find a land. Please? Please, Worth? Ghost of Worth? Confirmed Suspicions. Well, Confirmed Suspicions will be awesome next turn, probably. But we did not find a land. Pass the turn. Now we're tapped out, and who knows what disaster could happen. And passes. Alright, no land. Let's just pass the turn. Alright, Jace's Scrutiny to get another clue. And then sack a clue, see if we can find a land. There's a land. We're getting there. Play the island, pass the turn. I don't think we want to Mechanized production quite yet. Land for our opponent. SRAM. Okay, we'll let that go. That might have been a mistake. Bonesaw. Cathar's Shield. Draws our opponent a card. Opponent. They're just going to pass. That's not ideal. Alright. Another Confirmed Suspicions. We'll play Prairie Stream. Pass the turn. If our opponent doesn't have counters, we can theoretically double Confirmed Suspicions into Mechanized Production, part the Water Veil. And just get the combo kill. Cathar's Shield. Draws a card. We're mostly worried about a counter. If there's counters in the main deck, then we're probably in trouble here. Potentially, at least. Equips Cathar's Shield. Sure. Equips Bonesaw. Okay. Goes attacking. Well, let's block. Plays a land. And passes. Well, Thraben Inspector's free, because we get a clue. Alright. And Pestered. Now I think we're going to counter any random thing. Or we might. Anticipate. Goes attacking. We will block. Ornithopter. Let's go for it. Confirmed Suspicions. Ooh, it resolved. Oh, we're so close. Ornithopter, okay. Opponent passes. Play an island. Mechanized Productions, a clue. Take an extra turn. Uh-oh. Alright, there's Paradoxical Outcome. Picks up everything. Draws a ton of cards. We get another clue. Well, let's Quarantine Field. Get rid of SRAM. Play Meandering River. And Pestered. Well, this is it. Do we live one more turn? If we do, we should have the kill. Brawl's Expertise. Well, let's try to counter. And that does it! Not enough 0-mana cards to actually kill us. Well, this deck is spicy. I guess just a bunch of counters. And go down the press for answers. It makes us a little less clue happy. Try it like that. Alright, we're on the draw. And this hand is an easy mulligan. Okay, we'll try this. Part the Water Veil to the bottom for now. Port Town for our opponent, untapped. And Thraben Inspector. Meandering River, go. Plains for our opponent. Gets in, 4-1. Well, Thraben Inspector, Prairie Stream, Pestered. Cracks the clue. Well, there's SRAM. And here goes the card draw. Would have been nice if we were on the play. I'll play the island. Pass the turn. Sure, Thraben Inspector, that's fine. Gets in with SRAM. Well, let's Jace's Scrutiny. Just to get a clue. Well, play another Thraben Inspector. And Pestern. Cracks the clue. SRAM is pretty annoying. Another Thraben Inspector. Port Town. Tapped. Alright, crack clue. Land? It's a Port Town. Well, Port Town, untapped. And I think we're going to pass for now. I don't really want to just slam Mechanized Production. Opponent cracks a clue. Wouldn't mind finding a Fumigate. Alright, sack a clue. Ooh, there's Statuary. Yeah, we'll leave it. Play Prairie Stream. Pass the turn. Next turn, hopefully we get Statuary down. Because we can Statuary and leave up Negate. There's a Negate. So, negate the Negate. Is it double Negate? Alright. That's bad. Pass the turn. We could not fight through double Negate. Now things could go really bad really quick. We're essentially tapped out. Oh, opponent has Inspiring Statuary. Yeah, we came out on the wrong end of that counter war. And there's Paradoxical Outcome. And opponent draws a card. And passes. Oh, this is such a risky line, but we're going to do it. Mechanized Production, pass the turn. We probably very well could lose because of that. There's a Plains. On the wrong side of the Inspiring Statuary battle, unfortunately. The Raven Inspector gets our opponent a clue. Baral's Expertise. I mean, we got to try it. If they have another counter, they have another counter. Jeez, triple Negate. Yeah, fair enough. That is a blowout. At least we have a clue in our hand. There's Aetherflux Reservoir. Yeah, we've just gotten out-countered in this one. Land. I mean, I guess we just passed the turn. The game's theoretically not over yet, but it feels pretty over. We have got through 3 of our opponent's negates. That's many. The Raven Inspector gains our opponent some life. Another Statuary. Alright, we need these clues, so we're going to go for it. We finally resolved a counter. Alright, we get some clues. The Statuary wasn't that threatening, but I think we needed to do that. We could find a Statuary, and then part the Water Veil and win that way, maybe. Now, sack a clue. Inspector, Plains, play Thraben Inspector. And I think we just pass and hope that we can do something next turn. Bonesaw gains our bonus some life, draws some cards. We're to the point where if they ever draw or resolve another paradoxical outcome, we're just going to lose. Now let's sack a clue. Island. Sack a clue. Mechanized Production. This doesn't really save us, but we might as well make our opponent use their mana. Oh, they have the 4th negate! Wow. Well, we definitely got out-negated. There's no doubt about that. And I expect that means we're just dead. How much does this gain? 38. Yeah, that does it. Whew! All 4 negates. Well, do we have any more counters we can bring in? Not really. Alright, run it back. Hopefully we're the one that draws all the negates this game. Or the one that mulligans into oblivion. Okay, this hand is pretty horrible. We'll keep Confirmed Suspicion. Island, go. Tap land for our opponent. Island, go. Come on, no SRAM. One time. Plains. Island, go. Now we're out of lands, which is pretty bad. And we only have 1 counter. Well, opponent's out of lands. And we draw a counter. Well, pass the turn. Sure. Bonesaw to keep from discarding. Land? Another negate. Man, if we ever draw lands, this hand is going to seem sweet. Land here would be nice. So we don't have to discard. Ulamog! That's spicy. Well, discard battle. Opponent finds 3rd land. We do not find a land. I'll get rid of Quarantine Field. Opponent discards. Hey, it's a land! Alright. Prairie Stream, go. I still don't really want to be the first one to tap out if I can help it. Things could just go so wrong. Well, not that land. But we're getting ahead in lands, which is good. So pass the turn. Next turn, we might be able to get down Inspiring Statuary. Uh-oh. Port down for our opponent. I think we go for it, though. So, Inspiring Statuary. Negate. Well, we will negate the negate. Alright, Statuary down. Things are looking up in our world. Our opponent has their SRAM. There's Cathar Shield. Well, things are looking a little bit further down now. Bonesaw draws a card. Okay. Well, apparently all the 0-mana artifacts were in hand. That's kind of impressive. Mechanized Production, not great. So I guess we pass the turn. Island for our opponent. Inspiring Statuary. Well, let's Metallic Rebuke, I think, here. Opponent passes. There's the Plains. I'll pass the turn. Opponent draws off Cathar Shield. Gets in 4-2. Thraben Inspector. Alright, let's confirm suspicions. Mostly because we just want the clues. Alright, opponent passes. Now things are shaping up. I think we sack a clue here. Our opponent picking up all their stuff here isn't that great because they're just going to have to discard it. Part the Water Veil. Well, let's pass the turn. Leave up all of our counters. There's Paradoxical Outcome. So, Let's Metallic Rebuke. That's one of the things we can't let resolve. Opponent gets in with Srom. 4 cards in hand still. Luckily, we still have 3 counters. Another paradoxical outcome. Well, another Metallic Rebuke. There's a negate, so now we negate the Metallic Rebuke. Or negate the negate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's pretty good. Ooh, and the planes. Okay. So part the Water Veil. Part the Water Veil, awaken a planes. Get in for 6. Another part the Water Veil. And I think that does it. We got there. Out comboed the combo. Part the Water Veil, awaken the planes. Get in for 12. Untap. Attack. And that does it. Inspiring Statuary, Mechanized Production. Whoo! Sweet! This deck is so much fun. Out comboing the combo deck. So what do we learn this week about Mechanized Production in Standard? And I have to say, this deck worked way better than I ever could have hoped or imagined. So we only got in 4 matches this week, which is a little less than normal, but we won 3 of them, and we also won 6 out of our 10 games, which puts us at 60% game win percentage, 75% match win percentage. Of course, like I said, small sample size, so don't read too much into that, but it was very successful and it really worked. However, I am more excited about just how well we could abuse Mechanized Production. So Mechanized Production, it just did so much. It's not just a win condition in this deck. I mean, it is our win condition, that along with part the Water Veil, but combined with Inspiring Statuary, it just did so many absurd things. When we have both of those cards on the battlefield, in Mechanized Production on a clue token, every single turn we're getting a free Mind Stone with Mechanized Production, because we can tap that clue token 4 mana with Inspiring Statuary. We also have like a weird Howling Mine effect where we can draw extra cards every turn to keep cycling through our deck, and it was so good, and then eventually it ends up winning us the game, and we did get several Mechanized Production wins. That actually did happen pretty consistently, but despite how sweet Mechanized Production was, and in part because of how sweet Mechanized Production was, maybe the big takeaway for me with this deck is Inspiring Statuary is just an absurd Magic card. We had games where we would have like 4 lands and we were being able to awaken part the Water Veils, and just like the ability to have 4 mana, some clues out, confirm suspicion something, get 3 more clues, and use that mana to confirm suspicion something else to get the combo kill with Mechanized Production. Like, oh my goodness, it worked awesomely. So I don't know if this is a great deck, but Mechanized Production was very impressive, and Inspiring Statuary was just absurd. And this is in a deck featuring Jace's Scrutiny and Press for Answers. Like, we're really focused on the clue token plan, so I'm sure there's tons of other ways you could be abusing Inspiring Statuary and Mechanized Production. So we're kind of just scratching the surface on the potential of these cards, but it worked insanely well, and it just felt insanely powerful. Anyway, that's our Against the Odds for this week. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon.